Alright guys, so before we actually get started, I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to Skydiving Quagga for making the amazing thumbnail template that we're going to be using for our Let's Play of Rose Guns Days. Thank you very much. There will be links in the description to his DeviantArt, and you just go check him out, honestly. First off, I just fucking love this. And I think he deserves more attention, honestly. So, if you guys just go check him out, tell him I sent you. So anyway, let's get started with this. I've been looking forward to this, honestly. 7th expansion, Witch Hunt. Ooh, fancy. Okay, hello there everybody, Sabah92 aka Nightmare, and welcome to Rose Guns Days, a visual novel also by Ryukishi. It took me quite a bit of time to try to get this, properly set up. Mostly because I'm a very incompetent person. I know jack squat about this other than that Ryukishi was involved in the making of this. So, let's not even hesitate, let's just jump right in. Oh yeah, that's right, this is also called Last Season. So it's got seasons 1, 2, 3, and last season. So, let's throw ourselves in. Would you like to try the tutorial? Tutorial is highly recommended for first-time players. Sure? Tutorial for what? Oh, that's right, somebody told me that there was going to be minigames of sorts. Hi?
Welcome to the world of Rose Guns Days. Here, we're going to give you some basic tips for enjoying this game. Let's start out with the most basic of all. How to save.
Oh.
If you right-click during one of the story sections, you'll see this screen.
Okay.
If you want to save your game, just click that button at the top.
Oh. It just seems rather simple, never mind. Oh, there we go. Nah, actually, yeah, let's just go with the tutorial, why not?
If you do it, it'll take you to save mode. Yeah, we know how to save. Choose a slot you'd like to save in and click it to save your game.
Who the fuck are you? Meryl, unlike the first version of the demo, you can save whenever you want now. I'm not even doing voices just for the moment, just for this tutorial, honestly, because I can't. Pretty convenient, right? Next, let's take a look at the fight scenes. Rose Guns Days may be a novel-style game, but it does have fight scenes. Each of these scenes is a simple minigame. Huh?
I'll hand it over to Karaji for the details.
Holy shit! Okay, you know what? Fuck it, I gotta give this. Okay, he's got the hair. I gotta give him this voice. Hey there, kid. Listen up. You want to come out of this alive? You gotta shrug off the sparks that fall. If it feels like there's a fist fight or a gunfight coming for you, make sure you're ready at all times. There's two parts to a fight: defense and attack. I'll teach you about defense first. This white mark is an enemy's attack. You can block a blow by just putting your mouse over these. No need to click, just moving the cursor over it is enough. Think of it like swiping an enemy's attack with your mouse. You can do this a certain number of times before time runs out and you've successfully defended yourself. By the way, if you're trying to figure out how much time you got left, take a look at that vertical bar on the left side of the screen. You gotta block a certain number of hits before this shrinks down to nothing and time runs out. Swing your mouse around and block all the enemy attacks before the timer. That's how defense works. Swinging the mouse without clicking. Not so hard, right? Alright then, let's give you some real-life practice. Hey! Someone get over here and show this kid how it works. Any takers? I was not prepared for this.
How about I let you in on a little secret? Karaji makes it seem like swinging your mouse around is incredibly easy. But what if you aren't using a mouse at all? Good point. But some people just aren't fans of action games. Depending on their computer and so on, some people might have trouble getting through the fight scenes. So I've got a special trick for those guys. And the secret is the spacebar.
Huh?
The spacebar?
I don't know who you people are, damn it.
If that's really, it's that really long. I know what a space bar is. If you're playing through the fight scene, you're thinking this is just too hard and I don't really like this, then just slam on the space bar during the fight. What happens then? That activates your special move. No matter how fierce an enemy's attack, one press of the space bar will block it. Okay. Incredible. So you can beat any foe just a hit to the space bar? Exactly.
Is this not voice acted? Oh well.
Oh, but don't tell Kyrie J about this.
Hey kid, sorry to keep you. Oh my god, is that just a discount Oishi? Hey kid, sorry to keep you waiting. This man is gonna attack you. Try and put your mouse over his hit marks to block his attacks.
And if you're stuck, don't forget that space bar trick.
Okay, let's go. Let's see you defend yourself. Okay. 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 And that's defense for you. Memorize that feat.
Okay. You try using the space? No, I was able to keep up rather well, I think. You really can defend yourself with just a little push, right?
Now let's move on to attacking.
Is that? You know, for a second there, I legitimately thought that was the freaking guy from Cowboy Bebop, Spike Spiegel.
That looks like Spike Spiegel, just really weird. Pretty much like last time, the white marks are your attacks. Unlike defending, you gotta click the mouse this time. Put your mouse over the mark and click. That's an attack. Start by sinking 3 blows before timer. First, sit back and watch. I'll show you how it's done. Once you've gotten 3 hits in like this, it's time to finish it. Take them out with a finishing blow. Once you've landed at least 3 hits, you'll see a mouse icon in the lower right of the screen. This means you can activate your finishing move anytime by right-clicking. When you see this in the lower right, try right-clicking. You don't have the right-click, right, kid? If you're right-handed, you're probably clicking the button with your middle finger. Whoa, what the hell is this? When you do, 6 playing cards will appear like this. Choose whichever you like. Click. Okay. That'll let you slam the foe with a powerful finishing blow. Once you've done that, perform this successful attack. You aren't done until you get that finishing blow, got it? Don't you go left-clicking around like an idiot till time runs out. So, 3 attacks and a finishing blow before the timer. Don't forget it, kid.
And don't forget that spacebar instant win trick. It's supposed to work when you're attacking too. It doesn't matter who you're fighting. One smack on the spacebar and they'll be rolling around on the floor.
You, ladies, get out of the way if you don't want to get hurt. Okay, kid, time to try it out for real. Click 3 hit marks. Then right-click to bring out the cards. Choose whatever card you like. Click it. That'll be your finishing blow.
And if you're having trouble getting a hit in, don't forget that spacebar. Go.
Oh, go. Let's see your attack. Okay.
I didn't... Yeah. Yeah.
Nice going. Looks like you got some potential, kid.
Try using the space... No, I did not try using the spacebar. I was trying to get used to that without using the spacebar, damn it! Just one press works for attacking too, doesn't it? If you're having trouble with the fight scenes or if you just want to enjoy the story sections, feel free to use the spacebar as much as you like.
Wait, there's no penalty? Okay. What do you think? Attacking and defending are pretty easy, right? So easy, in fact, that I'll bet some people will be falling asleep by now. Those crazy brats, I'll teach you a trick for getting a high score. This secret is called overkill.
What's overkill?
When you're attacking, I told you that you could do 3 hits before right-clicking and landing a finishing blow, right? About those first 3 hits. Actually, if you have enough time, there's nothing wrong with hitting a guy a few dozen times that way. Banging them a bunch before time runs out, and ending it with a finishing blow. That's what we call overkill.
It sounds like a fearsome attack. What do you get for doing it?
your level will keep going up. In other words, the game will get harder and harder.
Why?
And as it gets harder, your possible bonus score gets bigger and bigger. When you do your finishing blow, 6 cards appear, right? That's what I'm talking about. The numbers on the card are tied to the bonus score you'll get for clicking them. In other words, the higher numbers you manage to click, the more points you can get. On top of that, if you level up like crazy, you'll start seeing higher number of cards showing up. Keep on overkilling and boosting your level. Then aim for the very highest cards to boost your high score even more. If you're one of those crazy brats, try and see just how high you can get. It'll give you a good challenge.
Now it's starting to sound interesting. How about I get a magnificent high score and become the strongest woman in Primavera? Would it kill you to put some clothes on, ma'am? If you want a lot of points, you need overkills. Sounds pretty tough.
I don't even know what this weird Toho-looking character is.
That's only something action game fans need to worry about.
You know what? I feel like she would probably be fitting for the freaking Miyu voice, so...
If you just want to enjoy the story, feel free to forget all about it. It's not like you unlock anything special just for getting a high score. So, people who don't like action games can ignore the score. That's right. And anyway, you can win those fights with just a single press of the spacebar. Still, everyone, please try to get as far as you can in the fight scenes without using the spacebar. I think you'll be able to experience the world of Rose Guns days much better that way. One last thing. I have some very, very important information for you. Believe it or not, no matter how much you mess up in the fight scenes, you'll never get a game over. What? Since you won't game over, you can take it easy during those fight scenes.
What is with your fucking face? You clash between the other characters I'm seeing, okay?
Feel free to get used to the fight scenes at your own pace, instead of worrying too much about missing or time running out. After that, if you decide it doesn't really suit you, you can easily clear all the fights with the spacebar.
So, crazy brats can go for high scores and overkills, while people who don't want to play can use the spacebar. Okay, time for your graduation battle. Attack and defense. Let's see what you've got one more time. If you're confident, try getting an overkill when you attack. Keep hitting until the last second, then right-click to bring up the cards and finish it.
If you aren't enjoying it, please try using that spacebar. You won't game over. Just play so you can enjoy yourself.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, okay. I play a lot of games, I do want to see how well I can do this.
Okay, here we go. Show me what you got. Alright.
Whew.
My turn. KO!
Oh shit, we got a scoreboard! 100% hit rate, cool! What we got here? Attack time 1500, attack level bonus 20,000, finish bonus 10,000. I did not, unfortunately did not land myself an overkill. That's kind of a shame here. What else we got here? Sharp shooter? Ace striker. Straight flush. Defense time, defense level bonus. And Juggernaut. Okay. Oh! The hell? I got an emblem. And player rank 19... okay.
Well, nice going. If you can do that much, you'll be fine. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now we can finally raise the curtains on Rose Guns days. I'll see you and get inside the tail. Please have a good time.
Well, I'll try.
You know, I was told that there would be a minigame, but I wasn't expecting that. Now, is there going to be voice acting? How would you like to experience the fight scenes? Well, the video gamer in me is telling me to try out the minigames, honestly. But they did say I could use the spacebar if needed. You know what? I can't read this. The story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to real people, events, places is purely coincidental. The story takes place in the criminal underground. The characters appearing in this work are from various nationalities and various ethnic groups, but they are all the same. Criminals living in... This work was produced in Japan as aimed at a Japanese audience. However, there's nothing that prevents people outside of Japan from enjoying it. Despite this, we can not ensure that the events described in this work are the business... Smitty Warp and Jenkimer Jensen. Without our permission, the following are explicitly forbidden. Uploading to a video site, screening, running a... What?
Anyone violating this rule must pay us 10 million yens. Uninstalling a copy of the game will not free you from this. Holy crap.
Shit, I got shot!
That's a good start, I guess.
Who the hell are you?
Okay. No more complaining from me. I'll take pasta, even udon. Gotta be some place around here that'll give me some grub. Oh, you angels on high. If you can hear me, please show me the way.
Yeah. Fuck. Ow.
Now there's a surprise. An angel ruler came falling down.
Apparently she had jumped from the second floor on that store. She'd been prepared for a fairly tough landing, but hadn't even imagined that she'd be caught out of the air like this.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Come now. You fall as light as a feather, miss. And while we're at it, could you tell me where I can get some good pasta around here?
Huh? Pasta?
Look! There she is!
Oh shit, it's the Mafia!
Is that man with her too? Who cares? Get him.
You mustn't get dragged into this. Put me down.
No.
What?
4 or 5 dangerous-looking men surrounded Leo as he held on to Rose.
Are you another one of her bodyguards?
You don't want to get fucked up, do ya? Put that woman down and disappear.
I'm no magician. Vanishing into thin air is gonna be a bit of a problem for me.
Hey, don't provoke them! Why are men always so quick to start fights?
That's a very good question.
Trying to look cool in front of girls is what makes us tick, miss.
Bastard. I think I just broke my neck with that. You're gonna regret trying to act tough.
I'd stop if I were you. Times like this, the cool guy always wins.
That cocky son of a bitch. Beat him dead. Let's see about that.
My turn.
Alright.
Child's play. Ah, there we go. Got myself a... Oh shit, I got him. Got a what? Got quite a bit here. Ooh, lots of emblems. Oh my god, is that right on? That's fucking random. I love it.
See? Kill guy wins again. Bastard.
Ignore them! They have to get away quickly.
Probably a good idea. Looks like there's plenty more of them coming.
The sound of many rushing footsteps approached from a back alley. It seemed like a lot of people just to be chasing a single frail girl around.
Let's run for it, miss. Doesn't seem to be much point hanging around here.
Not that way, this way! Gotta find Wayne Coon.
A friend of yours?
He's the one who helped me get away. He's strong too, but against numbers like that?
Don't worry. As long as he's cool, you should be okay.
Don't be so flippant! Wayne Coon!
Through the sun!
Okay, you know what? I'm giving that one Giselle's voice, so I may as well.
You bastard. Get the hell away from Rose, son.
Wayne Coon, you poor thing, you're hurt all over.
What, this?
This is nothing.
Now here's a guy who can go all out in front of the ladies.
And just who do you think you are?
That's right. I haven't even asked your name.
Me? Well now. Why not go with the latest trend and introduce myself as Leo?
Thank you so much for saving me. My name is Rose. Rose Hayabara.
Leo Shishigami. Ah yes, there's something I've been meaning to ask you, miss.
What is it?
Any idea where I can find some good pasta around here?
What is with you and wanting pasta?
Oh. Opening theme. Oh. Love me better, please.
Oh my god, what is Balor doing here? Okay, shit, that was snazzy as fuck. Damn. Oh shit, right off the bat I'm liking this.
Tokyo, 2012. A vast cosmopolitan city with a mix of Eastern and Western cultures and races, known to some as the Istanbul of the Orient. From the East, there were Chinese, Filipinos, and Indians. From the West, you had both Americans and Europeans. In this chaotic metropolis, modern Western skyscrapers mixed with traditional Asian structures, and people of all cultures could be found everywhere. The official languages were Chinese, English, and Japanese. Except for those looking to major in Japanese culture, it's become increasingly rare for students to choose to study Japanese. Even the television programs are almost all in Chinese or English. Just the other day, another Japanese language program got cut due to low ratings. For that matter, even I can't remember the last time I spoke Japanese, except to my mother over the phone. Then again, it's normal for even elementary schoolers to be bilingual or trilingual these days. This is the 21st century. Internalization has had a big impact. Or internationalization, my bad. Even so, I stared out the limousine window at the chaotic skyscrapers and let out a sigh. For an impoverished newspaper reporter like me, riding such an ultra-luxury vehicle was like something out of a dream. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Hayashibara Julie. Hayashibara Julie. Oh, it's a girl. I'm a newbie newspaper reporter from the Japanese branch of a major newspaper company, the Hong Kong Daily News. Though I'm still a complete and utter rookie, working as a sort of apprentice for my superiors, I've been selected for a ridiculously huge job. It's not because I have incredible talent, it's because I'm Japanese. Julie, what did you do?
What? I've just been doing what I normally do, nothing more.
Copy editor is calling for you. You're supposed to go to the chief's office.
Last time I was in the copy chief's office, it was just to get my letter of appointment right after I joined the company. I realized that a huge bigwig wanted to see me, but I had absolutely no idea why. Tilting my head to the side, mostly from nervousness, I headed towards the chief's office. In the office, I found not only copy editor Chen, but also Chief Lu, and even the head of the cultural department. Did you want to see me?
No need to be nervous. You aren't in trouble. Have a seat.
According to your resume, you're pure Japanese. Is this true?
Yes. Well, it's true that my mother and father were both pure Japanese.
Truth is, a certain VIP in a Japanese secret society has offered to give our company an exclusive scoop.
She's the honorary president of the Japanese association called Harukaze. Jo Namakawa is her name.
The Japanese Association Harukaze, or Spring Breeze. On the surface, it was an organization for cooperation and mutual aid between Japanese brethren. According to rumor, though, this little society also reigned over the Japanese underworld. Their honorary president, Amakawa, held enormous influence over all the Japanese members of the Diet. She also said to have deep connections in other various realms of government and business. However, she was even more famous for being the first leader of the Japanese Mafia group known as Primavera. She certainly is a very influential person in the criminal underworld, isn't she?
Correct.
These days, she ranks among the top heavy hitters in Japan's underworld.
And she's going to give us information?
Apparently, the major surgery she underwent last year led to a change of heart of sorts. She decided that she wanted to leave a record of her life.
Rumor has it that she knows behind-the-scene details about several scandals that shook the government after the war.
Who knows what'll come out? We can't let anyone else get their hands on a scoop this big.
Precisely. We want you to take on this important job.
That's more than I could ever dream for, but why me?
That's what Amakawa wants. A single pure Japanese reporter to take down the story. Be sure to make a good impression as a member of the Hong Kong Daily News.
Okay.
Since my childhood, when I got called the sushi geisha in grade school, I've never been proud to be Japanese.
What kind of stupid nickname is that? That's mean!
This huge chance, which had been dropped on me all of a sudden, made me grateful for my heritage for the first time in my life. Ooh, nice house. Jun Namakawa's mansion is coming into view. Imagine owning such a palace smack dab in the middle of Tokyo with its enormous property values. She must have done plenty of bad things to gather up this much money. Maybe. When I reached the mansion, I was given a thorough body check. No surprises there. She must have dirt on hundreds of politicians.
You must be Hayashibara Julie-sama from the Hong Kong Daily News.
That's right. I'm humbled to have been invited here today.
Madame dislikes bright lights. I ask that you refrain from taking pictures.
Oh, right. I heard about that. What about a voice recorder?
That'll be fine. This way, please.
Can you tell I'm saving some voices? I was guided down a corridor which lay alongside a garden filled with beautiful stones. Here and there were glaring men in black suits who openly carried machine guns.
Oh, God!
The inner sanctuary, in stark contrast to the Japanese style, was done in a very relaxed Western manner. This is probably a place set aside for her privacy. My guide gave a small knock on the door leading in.
Madam. Hayashibara-sama, the reporters from the Hong Kong Daily News, has arrived. Yes. Yes. Please enter, Hayashibara-sama.
The man in the suit opened the door and motioned for me to enter. He and the others did not go in. Beyond this door lay Madame Amakawa's sanctuary. I'm coming in. I passed through the doorway timidly.
Is that Red Beato?
On a sofa in this brightly lit room looking out on that beautiful garden, the woman of legend sat with an elegant posture. She glanced at me, a sharp glint in her eyes behind those sunglasses, as though sizing me up. If she takes a disliking to me from the start, it's all over. I whole body tensed up under the pressure. Then she laughed lightly, took hold of a cane, and rose to her feet. Oh, hi.
You're the reporter, yes?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Hayashibara Julie, from the Hong Kong Daily News. And it is truly an honor to be invited here today, Amakawa-san.
No need to be tense. Also, please call me Madam if you would.
My apologies, Madam Amakawa. I look forward to working with you.
Madam Jeune will do fine. No one has ever called me Madam Amakawa, you see.
My apologies, I'm so sorry. Oh no, just one slip up after another. And now I'm sweating all over. Real name is Amakawa June. Jeune is her second name.
Like, is that pronounced like Jeune as in Jeanne d'Arc or something?
In the troubled period right after the war ended, there were stories that a Japanese-style name could be a handicap in areas under American Army jurisdiction. So it became popular to go by a European or American-style second name. And so just hearing the name Jun Amakawa was a sign of how old she was.
Club Primavera. That's what the multicolored neon sign said. Inside, it was beautifully decorated, filled with beautiful women, a beautiful song being performed on stage, and beautiful drinks lining the counter. However, paying no heed to any of these women, Leo sat stuffing his face with an extra large serving of pasta.
Oh yeah, this is the stuff. Wonderful. Think I can get another serving, miss?
Don't worry, the pasta isn't going to run off on its own. Is it really that good?
Should have seen the dun they fez at the
What the hell's that?
repatriation office. Now that isn't meant for human consumption.
Repatriation office? You were repatriated recently?
Had to run a terrible luck. The boat supposed to take me back struck mine and sank. I managed to drift somewhere or other. Then I got caught up in this ridiculous misunderstanding.
What kind?
I'm not too sure about it myself. They apparently thought I was some kind of fugitive or something. So, I was locked away until things finally got cleared up.
You poor thing. Even though the war has already been over for 3 whole years.
And there you have it. Before I know it, it's 1947. That's why I've got 3 years of having fun to make up for. Ah, that hit the spot. Couldn't eat another bite. Yep, your pasta's the bomb.
Thank you.
Oh, holy shit, look at this dude. Rick? Is that pronounced Richard or Rickard?
Rose, I heard you were in quite the tight spot.
Richard Coon. This man here is the one who saved me.
I'm Richard Marrow. You have my gratitude as well.
Don't mention it. I'm the one who got to show off in front of a girl after all. The name's Leo Shishigami.
Thank you, Leo. I apologize for our bodyguard's lack of confidence.
Come on, Richard-son. Who could have guessed there'd actually be that many of them? It's got to be Alfred and his goons behind this. We'll have to get them back for this one.
Leo-kun was really strong. As strong as Wayne-kun.
Anyway, Rose-san, if you don't show a bit more restraint, we're in for a hard time. When I tell you to run away, please listen to me and go. Got it?
Okay. Sorry. It's all my fault.
Aww.
Tokyo sure turned into a hellhole. Sounds like you can't even go out for a walk without a bodyguard.
Those are the times we live in. There's no end for the trouble to be had. You truly have been helpful. We'll escort you back to your home.
Don't have a home. Might as well head back to the repatriation office and lie down on one of those hard beds.
Oh, that's right. Listen, Richard Coon. He says he's just been repatriated. Some really terrible things happened and he wasn't able to get back into the country.
Then you must be shocked to see how much Tokyo has changed.
Yeah. If you tell me this is New York, I'd believe you. There's not even a trace of my home left.
So sad.
Well, if I look around, I'll probably be able to find one or two people I know who are still alive.
And if they're all dead,
Richard Coon!
forgive me. I have a habit of always assuming the worst. Please don't take it the wrong way.
Don't worry. Feel free to make fun of an optimist like me all you like.
Huh. On April 1st, 1944, a vicious natural disaster ravaged all of Japan so thoroughly, it brought an end to the war. Afterwards, under the name of humanitarian aid, American and Chinese allied forces occupied the country. With their national pride on the line, both America and China impatiently competed with each other to restore the battered land. As a result, Tokyo was swallowed up by the American and Chinese cultures and a large amount of immigrants, until only its name remained unchanged.
Oh, my chances of finding anyone I once knew, much less my home, are practically non-existent. Still, might as well make searching for them my excuse to wander around for a bit. Let's take a little tour of this new post-war Tokyo.
Leo rose to his feet. He'd gotten all the delicious pasta he could eat, and he didn't feel like hanging around here any longer.
I don't know if any of your friends are still around in Tokyo, Leo-kun. But you and Dai are friends.
It's an honor to be an acquaintance of such a lovely young lady.
Cyrus, escort this man to the repatriation office.
You got it. Look forward to traveling with you, partner. Thanks. Tell you the truth, I don't know the way back. You lost, little boy?
Leo-kun, thanks so much for saving me today.
And thank you for giving me a chance to show off.
If you find you have no one to rely on, come and see me. I'm always around the club, so feel free to just drop by if you want.
Rosan, we don't know a thing about this guy.
Stop it, Wayne-kun. Leo-kun is already my friend.
Thanks, kind-hearted miss. If we meet again, let's have a drink together.
Yes, it's a promise.
Huh. Well, we got ourselves quite a colorful cast of characters from what I'm seeing so far.
I got my voice recorder and notepad ready and waited for Madame Jun to speak. I wondered what kind of scandal she would escape her lips. I focused my mind and awaited her words.
Do you like Tokyo as it is now?
If I had to say whether I liked it or disliked it, I'd probably say I liked it.
Well, what do you like about it?
It's true that there's a vast gap between the rich and the poor, but you can find both troubles and opportunities wherever you go.
An interesting description.
This city has a mix of many races and cultures in it. However, I believe all of those people have an equal share of troubles and opportunities. I believe that combination of disorder and tolerance is what makes up Tokyo's charm and personality.
I see.
Madame Jun smiled faintly and seemed to be staring off into the distance. It seemed my answer had given rise to some deep emotions within her.
At one time, Japanese people lived in Japan, and that was that. Now, however, the Japanese people are a minority. People my age are saddened by this fact, but young people like you treat it as a positive thing. As other times have changed. Now that this new Tokyo is considered the norm in 21st century Japan, the post-war Japan that people like me grew up in has become practically meaningless and worthless. But despite that, no, because of that, I decided that speaking out was the right thing to do.
Is that somehow related to the fact that I'm Japanese?
Indeed it is. I wanted to leave my words beyond with a Japanese individual. That is why I asked for a Japanese journalist.
What would Madame Jun, a woman who lived through the period of turmoil following the war, want to leave behind for people like me, Japanese people living in the 21st century?
What sort of country is Japan? What do the people who live there think? How do they live? Would you be so kind as to indulge an old lady in her tales of times past?
Yes, it would be a pleasure.
Such an interesting child. In that case, I may as well start from that time. 1947. Tokyo, City 23. Let's begin the tale with... with a tale of that squalid town.
Chapter 1, 1947, Primavera.
So there's chapters. Okay.
I had no desire to spend another night on those hard beds at the repatriation office. I've been given some money, but practically speaking, it was chicken feed. Unless I could find a place to sleep and a place to work, I'd be spending long nights in a back alley. Are you kidding me? An internment camp would be better than that. At the repatriation office, they recommended that I join the army. Join the army again now that the war is finally over? I think not.
Your necessities will all be taken care of, and once you've been discharged, there are re-employment programs available.
I think I better get better food fishing through dumpsters.
This Leo guy seems pretty neat.
As I went back outside, I was struck by the bright yet not at all warming sun. The repatriation office lodging, with its strict rules, is hardly any better than prison. On the other hand, seeing my hometown utterly changed except for the sun in the air was cooler than a harshly blowing wind. I wanted to find some proof that this was the place I grew up in. I'm getting melodramatic. What I really need is to find someone I know. That, and a job. If I don't make money, I'll be stuck without bread and a place to sleep.
I opened up the map I'd gotten from the repatriation office.
Okay, better make sure I don't get lost today. No matter where I go, I won't have any contacts there. So, no matter how much has changed in these parts, I've got to stick around.
What the?
Options!
Employment you know what? Shit, I can't save. Fuck. Okay. Employment agency.
At any rate, if I can make some money, at least I'll be able to afford a beat-up apartment. Like they say, you gotta work to eat.
Occupying Forces Employment Center.
Let's go with the obvious one, my old town. So, this is supposed to be my hometown. Used to be a typical good old Japanese working class town, lined with wooden row houses. Now, concrete buildings were crammed together in a line, and the road was filled with automobiles. Signs were all in English.
You know what? I'm just gonna stick with my normal voice for the narration here. The signs were all in English. Everything was done in a Western style, inside and out.
Even Urshimataru didn't have it this bad.
The Great Disaster and the frenzied reconstruction by the occupying forces had removed every trace of what had been left before. Only the place name remained. And even that was written in English letters now. The road and the cityscape was changed in every way imaginable.
I'd hope to find at least one of the old shops still around, but...
How naive of me. I couldn't find any evidence that this was the city I'd grown up in, except for the English sign showing the name.
Well, we tried.
Welcome.
I used to live around here a while ago. How about you?
I'm not from around here. Came from Shizuoka.
You come a pretty long way, haven't you?
After the Great Disaster, crowds of people were put into reconstruction camps by the occupying forces and forcibly relocated. I've wandered around in search of food and work, and here's where I ended up.
Wonder what happened to the people who used to be living here.
Who knows? Tokyo got hit pretty hard after all. Seems that quite a lot of people got moved around at first, thanks to those confusing policies set up by the American and Chinese occupying forces.
Have you heard of anyone who used to live in this area?
Nope.
I see.
That's a shame.
You a repatriated soldier?
Got stuck in an internment camp for a while. I finally managed to make it back.
It must seem like a different world to you. Especially Tokyo.
I keep waiting for someone to tell me it's all a joke.
If you go to the countryside, there's supposed to still be some scenery that looks like Japan. I've heard plenty of stories about people moving out to the countryside. Still, it doesn't sound like life's any better there.
This is the town I was raised in. There's nowhere else I want to go.
I see. Try and keep your spirits up. Tokyo's a different country now. You got to accept that and move on. I don't think you'll find the Tokyo you're looking for anywhere around here.
Maybe not.
As drastic as it might have been, this may just be what happens when times change.
Almost all the patrons in the bar were American. Even the Japanese people working at the bar conversed with them in clumsy English. The menu was all English. The stares of the American guests bored into me. Sorry to bother you. Looks like this isn't the best place for a Japanese person to hang around in. So, I won't find the Tokyo I'm looking for anywhere around here. So sad. Aw. Okay. Let's go with the employment agency this time. Let's see if we can get ourselves a job. Now that's something. At the employment agency, with which the repatriation center people told me about, I found a huge pack of gloomy-looking men gathered around the front gate. There were plenty of them inside the gates too, but the vast majority were on the outside. At that point, a truck came by and stopped. The men shuffled to their feet and gathered around it. What the hell? Have they given out free chocolate or something? As the crowd of men raised their hands to the heavens, a man in the bed of the truck shouted in a loud voice.
We're looking for help unloading cargo at the harbor. I need 20 sturdy men. No need for talking. 200 Japanese dollars for the day.
The men swarmed forward, all pushing to get into the truck. The man in the truck glared at each of them, checking them over as they came on.
Good. You too. Gramps, get out of the truck.
Please, let me come too. I know I'm strong enough.
Get off it, Gramps. Let me on.
Think you can cut in front of me, you bastard? Get the hell off!
Although the truck came and called out in the same way.
Sewer cleaning, 10 men needed. 150 Japanese dollars for the day.
You're joking, right? At least make it 200.
Sit around and wait for someone else then. And we're full.
Wait! I didn't get picked yesterday either! Trade place with me, I beg you!
Shut up, I'm as desperate as you are. Get your grimy hands off me.
What the fuck accents did I just go with there? There's no guarantee that another truck would come. No matter what sort of low-paying job showed up, the men gathered around like the living dead. The truck left and the fight settled down, but there was no sign of another truck coming.
It's all your fault I didn't get that one! Every single time you...
The hell you talking about, you bastard? You want to settle this?
Looks like there's violence in the air.
No shit. Ooh, people.
I got through the crowd that had finally developed into a brawl and entered the employment agency. Inside there was another large group of people formed into a line. To my surprise, they weren't all Japanese. There were plenty of American and Chinese people too. There were immense lines leading to the counter. Apparently, one was a line for Americans and another line for Chinese people. The walls were covered with what appeared to be job offering posters, but each and every one of them was in English and Chinese, and I was totally lost. At the very end of the line of foreigners, a notice was posted. English speakers only. Chinese speakers only. Everyday fluency required. Now hold on a sec. This is Japan, isn't it? Japanese isn't good enough?
I sympathize, but what can one do? There simply aren't many Japanese people rich enough to employ anybody.
I see. So that's why people who can only speak Japanese are crowded around outside the gate looking for jobs as laborers.
I resent this language of ours. Why didn't Japan ever teach its kids Chinese or English?
True. If we knew we'd lose the war, that's exactly what we should have done. I tried waiting in the massive line and asking the person behind the counter, but it was as I'd expected. Almost all employees were American or Chinese. Naturally, they were looking for people who could understand their language. They just weren't interested in Japanese people who couldn't speak either language. Good lord. In the end, I went back outside without finding anything. The crowd of unemployed Japanese people was still standing there waiting for a truck to come in search of day laborers.
So, let's be a day laborer or join the army. One or the other.
That sucks, dude.
It had the grandiose name of General Headquarters of the Occupying Forces, but it was basically the City Hall of City 23.
City 23 was under the jurisdiction of the American Army. This area was filled with glaring American military police. One of them motioned with his chin towards a signpost handwritten in Japanese.
Employment Center, this way. As I went towards the indicated window, I was surrounded by heroic-looking portraits.
You too can join the U.S. Army. Wonderful benefits and wages await you. Thorough English training provided by people of Japanese descent is also available. Every, even permanent U.S. residency is possible.
I noticed what appeared to be a crowd of Japanese people listening to someone lecturing. The one giving this rousing lecture was apparently a person of Japanese descent wearing a U.S. Army uniform.
Why should young people like you be forced to wait around for a chance to make a difference? The strength of young people like you is something we need now. Let's fight together to bring back stability in the Far East. A well-ordered lifestyle, healthy food, and of course, time for vacations as well. You don't even need to speak English. We'll get you started from square one. What do you say? Any of you feel like joining the United States Army and finding out whether you've got what it takes? A lot of them were young, hardly surprising. All the older men had been singing about the vicious Americans and British not so long ago. You couldn't expect them to alter their beliefs so quickly.
When the officer asked this question, several hands went up. Is it true that we can get permanent residency in America?
If you serve out your whole term, you'll get the right to apply for it.
Will we get sent to the front lines right away?
You won't be sent until you're ready to take care of yourself. We'll whip you into shape.
I have a question about wages. Is it really okay if we don't speak English? Looks like a lot of these guys are young people who'd rather live in victorious America than in Japan in ruins. For them, the U.S. Army is probably a pretty alluring prospect. The military is the sort of thing where, when you've learned about it once, you won't be tempted to join it again. Those young people who managed to avoid being listened in the past might not sound so bad, though. Japanese person, or else person of Japanese descent wearing the U.S. Army uniform noticed me and came over to talk.
Thinking of joining up?
No, I can't speak English at all. I am a pen. That's about all I know.
We have a thorough English language course. English is the most logical and simple language in the world.
Is it? I really can't offer an opinion on that. Since English is pretty much all I know, and even I can kind of point out that there's some kind of bullshit logic with somehow English itself. Says the guy who can't even make a proper sentence.
We can teach it to you in just about 3 months.
I think I won't. I've had enough experience with the military for my tastes.
So you aren't thinking of enlisting?
I came here looking for a different job. This is an employment center, isn't it?
If you're looking for a different job, I recommend checking out the employment agency. Any other questions?
I guess not.
Excuse me, Mr. U.S. Soldier Man. Is it really okay if we don't speak English? Yes, that's no problem. An instructor of Japanese descent will give you a full course.
I don't have any special skills or anything like that, but they're still going to feed me, right?
Certainly. The U.S. Army guarantees all your basic necessities. Now, you can get started by filling out this paperwork.
Up at the counter, I could see young people signing all kinds of forms. Japan lost the war and was destroyed. Since that's a given, getting absorbed by the victor country is one way to live. I guess the only ones not happy with that are old guys who can't get over their pride. I looked over at the job offerings on the billboard. They all had ridiculously low wages, but seemed to be fairly long-term. If nearly all of them had position filled stamped on them in red, I might have read each one of them seriously. All the remaining offers had a high bar set for them, with either specialized skills or a personal reference required. As I left the office shrugging, a man walked over to me and started talking.
Hey, mister, that's a very nice body you've got there.
Whoa, okay, you coming on to me? Well, your Japanese is pretty good. You want something?
That American army is no fun at all. Want to try the Chinese army?
Are you recruited for the Chinese army?
Everyone has a blast in the Chinese army. We Asians got to protect Asia together. If you're interested, drop by the Chinese garrison in City 22. Everybody's nice there.
What's going on with this era? Japanese men are only welcome at the army registration counter. And if you aren't happy with that, you can sleep in an alley and think things over all you like. So sad. Guess it's what it means for a country to be destroyed. No thanks, I've got a ride. I've been walking around all day long, and I found nothing of what I was looking for. No proof this was once my home. No job, no place to live. I saw a large group of unemployed Japanese people lying down in a back alley. They got fed emergency rice, crowded from a chance to get jobs as day laborers. All the while, barely scraping by from day to day with their tiny wages. Everywhere you look, you see a reality so sad and painful that it makes your head spin. Even if I just eat in this lane or food carts, I can hear them whenever, whether I want to or not.
Well, good job again today. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? When everything's English this, Chinese that. I've already sold off pretty much everything my family owns. There's nothing left. The factory stinks. They work you that hard and they pay you, and then pay you with shit.
Go ahead and quit whenever you'd like. They might hire me in your place.
You know, I've been thinking about giving up and joining the army.
Don't kid yourself. Them foreigners will just use you as cannon fodder.
But I'd get 3 meals a day and a place to sleep.
Well, a friend of mine managed to escape from there. Sounds like it's pretty terrible. Now they've got me signed too.
Here you go. Sorry for the wait. That'll be $30.
Since when has Japanese currency been measured in dollars? I still haven't got quite my head around what's worth what, but I can tell you that 30 Japanese dollars is way too much for this pseudo-ghoul. From what I've heard, the old Japanese currency is still circulating in the Chinese army cities. Again? We got some money from the repatriation center, but that isn't likely to last long. At any rate, if I don't find a job, my new job will be sitting around waiting for work in emergency rice like these guys. Maybe an optimist, but I can still calculate how many days I'd be able to eat with the money I have left. So, are you making money off this?
You're kidding, right? Everything costs a fortune. Even I'm barely getting day to day with my income.
Still, there are a few people drinking it in, even during times like these.
Oh? What sort of people?
Those damn women! They've been making a fortune seducing officers and foreign perverts. After all men have nothing to sell. Women can make money by selling themselves.
Yeah, they are sellouts, all of them.
Well, you could turn gay and become a male prostitute.
I really should shut up now. Japanese women making money by flirting with foreign men.
It's not a rare sight to see them playing around and look luxuriously in an occupying forces car wearing expensive clothes. And they've got some influence too.
They spend money like it's water. Well, I doubt they're out seducing foreign men because they want to. Anyway, a little makeup, some clothes, and you might not do so bad yourself. Damn it all! I can't take it! Give me another, boss. Swim around day labor jobs, turn money like pocket chains, drown your worries, and drink every day. No joke. This is Tokyo. This is what I'll become. So, you can't take it unless you drink. So sad. I've tried filling up with cheap drink and talking tough, but only darkness lies before me. Did I go back to the repatriation office and lie down on that hard bed? If I'm not back before closing time, I'll be locked out. Then what should I do starting tomorrow? Seems I only have two choices. Do I join the crowd around the employment agency or join the army? Gotta do one or the other. I don't know, bro. I'm sure we'll figure something out. No. There's one more way. was probably a bit too reckless for my own good. When I stepped into the dimly lit alley, my way was blocked in both directions by men in ragged coats.
Dang. Well, it's pretty easy to guess what you're here to do.
Don't feel like working and don't want to join the army? Then I'd have to get into this business.
You there. Keep quiet. Put all your money on the ground and get lost. Those are some nice clothes you got. You can strip those off, too.
Gladly, but only if you promise to get down on all fours and carry them away in your mouth.
Huh? Does this guy think we're chumps or something? Who cares? We can take this stuff after we beat him to a pulp.
Well, well. What a hellhole Tokyo's become. That'll show you how it's done.
Oh, I'm loving this. That's how you do it. Damn. Oh, hell yeah, I got myself another runner. Damn it. You think you're so tough?
Aren't you done yet? I'm starving.
Whoa. Whoa.
Come on now, no guns, please. One of the men pulled a handgun out of his pocket. I can eat anything, but only when bullets aren't on the menu.
Think you're so tough? No mercy for you, bastard.
Dang. Here you go. I keep the trash can sitting off to the side of the alley. The thugs were showered with rotten food. That's on the house. They'll be good boys and share.
Get back here, damn it! I'll kill you!
Leo dashed away at random and managed to lose himself in the bustle of the main street.
Damn, dude.
Well, after all, City 23 was... Tokyo was a shady city all over. Desperate men with no money or jobs grew wild. Highway robbery and pickpockets were a natural everyday thing.
Even burglary and murder weren't uncommon.
So while the occupying forces may have maintained the public order, it certainly wasn't perfect.
Maintain the public order. Is that what it said in your history books?
Supposedly, the American and Chinese occupying forces thoroughly maintained the public order. And thanks to that, the period of chaos after the war was one of remarkable stability, even on a worldwide level. Madame Jeanne doubled over laughing, as though Julie had cracked a splendid joke.
Ridiculous. The occupying forces didn't maintain the public order in the slightest.
Didn't the Americans and Chinese compete with each other in restoring order, each hoping to add to their national prestige?
Yes, that's true. They competed. Competed to get the best numbers on paper, that is. They never got involved in Japanese crimes. They weren't even involved. It's only natural that no crimes were recorded. In City 23, no one would come to help unless the victim was an American.
It sounds like it was a very troubled city.
Yes, it was a troubled, terrible city.
Even so, no matter how much everything changed around us, this was our home.
Oh, we had to keep living there, even if it meant eating dirt. Ugh.
Oh! Cool! Well, guys, that seems like a good place for me to end it. I was not expecting that it would actually just jump up and give me a save, but you know what? Thank you. That's actually quite easy. Okay, so first thoughts. I actually kind of enjoy the weird as fuck fighting mechanic. I actually like it. Although I never did resort to hitting the spacebar, I was actually having a little bit too much fun actually just trying to you actually, you know, do good on it. Like, that was actually a lot of fun, I think. Okay, so let's see. Off the bat, Leo seems like a pretty good guy, I personally think. Kind of cocky, but he's an enjoyable character, I think. You know what? I don't think I'm really going to be bothered by the fact that there's no voice acting, because I think I'm just going to have fun with it like I did with the House and Fate of Morgana, honestly. So, in terms of that, I'm not entirely sure if any of the voices I'm choosing are appropriate or not. But I'm just going to have fun with it. So, that's the first episode of Rose Gun. I'm sorry, that's kind of a shame that I'm going to have to wait for a week before I get to record this again, but so far I'm enjoying this. I'm really liking it. And I actually look forward to recording more. So, I hope you guys are excited about this as much as I am, and if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.